get to see that yet. I'm fixing some color correction shit. Hold on. Ah! Alright. Aside from headphones, it should be pretty good.
Headphones will be here.
How's your Sunday going? If you're watching this. And if you're watching this on a not a Sunday, how's your day going, nigga? I don't know. I damn near thought about going live on like Facebook or whatever. What I might end up doing that multi-stream shit, because I realized there's more people that would watch me knowing that it's personally me than they would just like come to the channel. Like, typically, I'll probably do like a little small shout out thing on like Insta real quick. Let me try some shit real quick. Do the on-stream shout out for the stream. It's beautiful, right? It's actually fucking gross. I'd kill myself. There it is. I was looking for the live setup thing on YouTube. Fuck, because I'm connected to the camera. I wrote a hard ass verse the other day. I can't wait till I get to fucking perform that shit. Oh my god. I'm going to fucking slaughter that bitch. I need my Insta. Alright, here we go. Hey, I'm live. I'm live on YouTube. Sudi Tootie. Sudi tilde T-O-O-T-I. It's just my fucking username. Just go search it, alright? We're talking about fall anime for 2021. Go! That's good. Alright. Alright. Good enough. Well, I'll put it on Snapchat. The nice part about not having that many viewers is that like I can do shit like this and not feel guilty about holding up the shit. Good thing that all y'all are fucking watching. Alright. I think we good, boys. Alright. Cool. Let's go ahead and get started with this shit. So today we're talking about fall anime for 2021. I just kind of want to go through the list because I had a basis for the list maybe a couple of months ago, but I don't know what the fuck is on it anymore. So I just kind of want to see what's there. We'll talk about general like what am I trying to say, like preconceived ratings or whatever, premature ratings and whatnot. I'm pretty good at giving them. I typically am almost entirely fucking correct when I give a premature rating before a fucking show starts for the season. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, this setup actually wasn't that hard to set up. I just didn't have my fucking HDMI cable, so I'm sorry for the late start. But I mean, like, most of y'all won't have to sit through that anyways, because y'all be watching on the VOD, because most niggas don't, like, come here and watch it as it's live, so who fucking cares? But it's easier for me to do it like this, because then I don't gotta edit. Way fucking easier like this. Only my camera would connect so I can monitor the fuck. Okay, well, I'll boot up my camera app, but in the meanwhile, while that's booting up, let's go ahead and get started, because we'll go ahead and scroll through some shit. So we'll go to live chart, because what the fuck? Well, my camera's. Hey, come back. There we go. I don't know what the fuck is going on here. That's my app. Okay. Anywho, here's the list, right? So I think it's sorted. Yeah, it's sorted by popularity right now. I want to sort it by air date, because I think this is probably more informative to me as to when to actually start doing shit. So let's see. So here we got a bunch of ongoing shit with the well, Kaizoku Ojo is ongoing. I've heard some decent things about this. I thought myself it was going to be decent. I thought it was going to be maybe like a 6, maybe borderline 7. I don't know. The idea of orphan pirate is definitely unique enough to meet the uniqueness requirement for a 7, right? For it to stand out to some degree. But I mean, like I didn't see anything else that made me go like, oh yes, this show is going to be particularly good at. It didn't have it, so I just presumed 6. I haven't watched it though. Aquatope's still going on. I've heard some great things about that. Here's where we actually start getting into shit. So Heike Monogatari. I didn't even know Science Saru was doing the show this season, so I'm actually kind of shocked. I don't know what the fuck to expect out of this, because oh no, I don't think that was Science Saru, was it? So I was about to bring up Sunny Boy. Sunny Boy was a Madhouse show, wasn't it though? I think it was. I don't know. But we'll look at this. Heike Monogatari. I did not even see this at all. Let's turn off this logo. Parts of this VOD are probably gonna end up getting like they get blocked worldwide. Very informative TV so far. Know exactly what's going on. That's pretty. I'll definitely see that. That's okay. Who's on it? Looks good. Family dynamics and like first dynamics. I don't know exactly what K is probably like K and Kayla. I don't know what K is. Monogatari is just story. So I don't know exactly what the fuck we were just getting into here though. That I guess that's my only problem, right? A young orphan named Biwa is taken in by a powerful Taira clan, also known as the f.k.a. Oh, okay. After their leader witnesses her extraordinary psychic abilities. Unfortunately, what she predicts is a future of bloodshed, violence, and civil war, inspired by the 12th century epic tale, Heike Monogatari. Okay, well, that's a more interesting synopsis than the PV gave off. The PV made me think this was some slice of life bullshit, alright? Not gonna lie, but I figured if it's a Science Saru show and what's his fucking name is on this, I don't know why I can never remember this guy's name. Director, the leader of Science Saru, director of, oh my god, what the fuck is his name? I don't know why I can't remember his name. Hold on. This is how you know you're not nearly as engaged in anime talk every day, because you can't even remember the fucking tatami guy's name. It makes me sick. It makes me sick to my fucking core. The fuck is his name? Holy shit. Masaki Yuasa. Okay. Jesus Christ. I was like, what the fuck? Streaming. What the fuck is that? Choksen. Oh, で放送されたこの中から出されましたストリーミングが1時間にブロックされる可能性があります。Okay. Yeah. They're saying once I save the video, I'll end up having a copyright thing because of like music. That's fine. I'll probably end up muting some of the rest of the PVs or something like that. I have no clue. Or I'll just turn off the desktop audio when I'm like streaming them. It's fine. But that one looks kind of interesting. If I had to predict a score for that, I probably wouldn't go any lower than 6 to 7. I don't think Yuasa would fuck up on something like this to such a degree that it wouldn't at least be a 6 or a 7. My intuition is telling me that. I kind of liked what I saw though. That one could definitely be like a considerable watch. I don't know why I have all of these on like watching. I clearly have to skip the ones that I've not started. Maybe I'll look at Doraemon, but I'm not looking at the rest of these. Nope. Nope, because I'm not caught up. Nope. Okay. This one I'd consider that. It's already 4 episodes in, so I mean, like, it's gonna be easy to figure out if I actually want to continue it or not. I can just look in and try it. Historical is always a good sign. There's no military here though. Historical military is kind of always fire as fuck, but we'll see. Blue Period, I think all of us know about Blue Period. I don't even know if it's necessary to talk about Blue Period. I've seen so much fucking information on it. Does not have a very high rating right now. It has a 7.76. I didn't know it was on its 3rd episode either, but it's about this guy who is like doing random shit during his life, and then like he discovers art is a thing, and he becomes obsessed with art and tries to get good at art, and he like is saying that like other people are really talented, and it's about like discrediting like hard work and things of the sort. What's her name has a really good video of this, Draw in Emotion or whatever her name is. She has a really good video on this. It's absurdly well edited too. You should definitely go check it out. I'll probably put it in the description, but yeah. But I mean, like, generally speaking, I think all of us know what Blue Period is. I don't even know if it's necessary to watch anything here. I guess we can watch like a PV, but again, probably unnecessary. I'll probably just mute this for copyright concerns. I'm sorry, people. It's not me, it's YouTube. Alright. I wish I could throw music behind this, but I guess like I can't because I gotta mute the whole desktop, so. The soundtrack here is fucking fire. I really do wonder who the fuck the sound director is. Sound director and who's in charge of music. It sounds really jazzy. It sounds like something. It sounds like Yoko Kanno type shit. He's talking about how he wants to go to that specific fucking school, pretty much. I will say this, it looks a little over dramatic. Like, it looks a little melodramatic, and I'm not typically one to criticize shit for being melodramatic, but I say it in this particular regard because it seemed as if, like, what was, I guess, I don't know. Melodrama is kind of weird to gauge, especially in the context of high schoolers, primarily because high schoolers are obviously going to be melodramatic because they don't typically understand that there's more to life outside of the shit that they're doing for high school. And like, you know, like your life typically gets substantially, and people don't fucking tell you this, but your life typically gets substantially better after fucking high school, right? Like it's not made clear to a lot of fucking kids. So they're gauging melodrama is kind of odd because even though they think that their problem or whatnot is world ending, and it's not, they don't really know any better, and there's no basis for them to know any better. So I don't know if melodrama is really the right criticism here, but it seemed I'm not sure if I was rocking with the amount of drama necessarily here because the directing made things seem really awkward. I also thought that the main character was a little more confident than like the PV leads him on to be. So I could see him being somewhat annoying. Don't like this archetype, generally speaking, but the rest of the characters actually seem pretty cool. She seems hot, and wait, hold on, whoops. Let me change back. Okay, she seems hot. I was saying that, yeah, look at that face. Jesus Christ, yeah, she's hot. And I don't like this. Don't know about that. Well, actually, you know what? From now on, I'll just play all the fucking PV music because I mean, like, if I've already gotten hit with the copyright thing, I might as well just keep doing it, right? Like, they're saying shit might be blocked, but I don't know. I want to make sure the stream. Well, actually, you know what? From now on, I'll just play all the fucking okay. Stream quality looks okay. The good thing here is that Omoi no Take is doing the opening. Omoi no Take is fucking fire. They did the open, or I think it was like, well, I don't know. Technically, it's not opening if it's a fucking movie or whatever. There's a show that came out last year, that they did the shit for, and it was fucking fire. It was one of my favorite songs of last year. It's like da 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 da. Da 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 da. I don't see him on here. I wonder if I can figure out what the show was. Moi no Take opening. No. It was this, I think. Saizeri tori wa habatakanai. Oh, whoa. Whoa. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, Moratorium. Moratorium was the name of the song. This thing, which funny enough actually looked kind of decent outside of the fact that it was like yaoi bait. I kind of do want to check it out. I just don't want to see the guys fucking each other. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just like I don't want to see niggas fucking each other. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying you can. I'm saying I don't want to see. I think you get my point. But this thing's getting a second movie. I find it funny that the studio's name is Grizzly. I read it first as Glizzy at first, so we'll do that. Call that fucking... Call that whatever the fuck you want to call it. Okay, Blue Period we'll give a shot because of resume and whatnot. Like, if you... I don't know why I closed that. I mean, if you go look at the manga's rating, the manga has like an 8.7 rating, right? So clearly this thing is not ass. I generally speaking, manga that are rated that high typically aren't ass, with the exception of like, well, I mean, like, even Tokyo Ghoul is not ass. Like, its manga is not fucking awful. It's just not, you know, it just has problems, right? But the manga typically is better than its anime, because the anime rushing through source material is adding shit and not providing context. So I guess it's a little weird. But Blue Period, yeah, Replica by Mole74. I didn't figure out who was doing the song on the Heike Monogatari thing. I wanted to see who that was. Hitsushi Bungaku, and then there's Unified Perspective by A-Graph featuring Ani, and I don't know what the fuck this Shadadarapa. Shadarapa. I don't know what the fuck that is. Shadow rapper. Almost. But yeah, okay. This was... Wait, what? Oh, Heike Monogatari is not a fall show. That's why I hadn't seen it before. Okay. Heike Monogatari is a winter 2022 block show. But Funimation is streaming Advance on September 15th. Okay. So then we're only going to see the first 3 episodes of this, and then we're gonna see the rest, I get. Well, no. Actually, wait. This isn't specific enough. So the way that I understand this is that, like, Funimation is streaming early, but they're only going to stream like a certain amount of episodes early. But it could also just be that Funimation's just going to stream it on their shit, and then it's not going to air on like Fuji TV and Ultra's like programming block in Japan until like winter 22. But I don't know if that's what they mean. It's not made particularly clear. But okay. Kimi no Fito Boxing. This one has something already out. There's a short form thing. I'm not going to watch this, but I do want to see PV. This just sounds kind of funny. It's a fucking Switch game. Oh my god. Anime ka.
インストラクターって笑顔を生み出す仕事なんですね。
そんなに緊張しなくても大丈夫ですよ。
リラックスリラックス。ボクシングのフォームを見せてくれませんか？
Models, nigga. What is this nigga's model? Hey, bro, we got different standards for CG nowadays, bro. This is actually like, this damn near look like a game. This literally looks like a game cutscene. I'm very confused. You know, I know I shouldn't be ripping something apart like this. Well, I'm not really ripping it apart. I know I should be coming at some shit like this, but goddamn, do you know anybody that clap like? I don't. I clapping so hard my fucking headphones fell off. I'm clapping like a bitch. I don't know anybody that claps like that, bro. Hey, look at this nigga. Hey, they got a real looking nigga in anime, bro. It's funny though, cause like niggas in anime pretty much only got like one of like 2 haircuts typically, right? Like they either give us like the bald shit, or they give us dreads, nigga, because they don't think we got like anything else. Like they're like, I don't know what niggas hair looks like. They could just give us wild looking hair. They could just give us hair that just looks like fucking Joe's. Joe's technically not black. I'm talking about like Asta, not Asta, no Joe. Megalobox, right? Like they could give us some fucking Joe hair. I mean, look at my hair, nigga. Like my hair don't look like, goddamn. Japanese niggas, they not racist, but they clearly ain't got a lot of black people there. Yeah, that's a no-go. But nice content. Thanks. Megaton Q Musashi. This is an OLM show of all fucking things. This is kind of interesting. Ordinary town, there are people who live peaceful and fulfilling lives but they don't know that it's false peace. The untold truth is that Earth has already been destroyed, and 99% of the human race has already been wiped out by a mysterious alien force from outer space called the Dractors. Eventually, a large hole was drilled into the Earth and terraformed into a suitable environment for the aliens to live in. Humans have no choice but to hide in shelters to escape their watchful gaze. Waiting for the day of resurrection, which they do not know when it will come, that was a weird way to phrase that. The inhabitants of the shelter, Ixia, I'm assuming, have had their memories of the days of destruction erased and live in a normal and ignorant bliss. However, some of them, the chosen ones, have become pilots, driving giant robots called the Rogue and fighting against the aliens. Today, another new pilot is selected. You know, that's a weird summary because, like, it almost, like, spoils its premise, right? By giving all this backstory about the fact that, like, there's this fucking race from outer space that has destroyed 99% of the human population, and then, like, you know, like, that in and of itself is like a bit of a twist, but then to just go ahead and, like, shit on the twist by just going, yeah, the inhabitants have their memories erased and they're living in an ignorant bliss, right? You do understand that you could have just showed them living in an ignorant bliss, right? That would have worked out much better for you, because now the audience knows the twist. I guess maybe it doesn't necessarily matter. I don't fucking know, but weird way to advertise a fucking show. I probably won't watch this anyways because I think this is mecha, and I typically don't give a fuck about mecha shows. The first episode is actually just out here and you just stream it. We'll look at a PV.
ちょっと君たちの力を試させてもらったよ。死にたいのか、テル。誰かと思えば虫上がりの一大事ヤマトさんじゃねえか。この地球、嘘だろおい。
この町の住人は全員記憶を消されているの。
サイド弾幕どうした。緩むな。死んでも俺たちの家を守るの。どうする。俺は決めた。戦うってな。
メガトン級機体は人の極限の感覚を要求する。彼らの差し詰め眠れる死者。
It's just the materials are so flat. They look textured, but they don't look like. They look just. Again, like, yeah, the effects animation is hard as fuck. Then again, I've never been a fan of just, like, for the most part, I've never been a fan of anime solely off of the basis of just, like, rule and cool or shit that's just cool and whatever the fuck. But I guess it is what it is. Like, I differed in watching anime in that regard, I guess, because a lot of people can just sit here and just watch shit that just seems like it's kind of just cool and over the top and whatever. At this point, I've seen enough anime to not want to fucking waste my time watching shit that I don't think I'm actually going to get anything out of, right? So I typically watch like a bunch of introspective shit instead. So this doesn't necessarily interest me, even though the premise sounds kind of interesting, but what I saw just looks like a traditional mecha show, and so I'm not really interested. Selection project. Held every summer, national show, biggest getaway or gateway, idol. Seems like a traditional idol show. Last summer, challenge, selection of strong feelings. 9 stars are selected among thousands. How harsh audition battle becomes yeah, it's an idol show. Not interested in idol shows. This thing I never got to watch. If I would catch up to the first season, or if I got through the first season, I probably would actually watch this. This is Isekai Sokdo. This is the like restaurant, or the restaurant through a new world, or whatever the fuck it's called. Restaurant is opening up again with new characters and new dishes. I never actually got to see any of this, but it conceptually doesn't sound all that fucking crazy, but I guess it sounds more interesting than like a generally isekai that is like set in some fantasy setting that's doing like a bunch of action shit. I think like a more slice of life isekai does actually sound interesting to a degree, because at least we're not going to have to run into the tropes of fighting demons, fighting a demon lord, killing whatever the fuck, and then all of its plotline from that point out be predictable. At least you have a little bit more. Oddly enough, being restrained to a cafeteria gives you more possibilities in regards to avoiding cliches. And so I think this is probably actually decently interesting, although I've not seen the first season, so like I'm putting this on considering, but it will probably be skipped solely for the fact that I'm not caught up. Deji meets a girl. Don't know what the fuck this is. This is a light and film show. It's a slice of life. Story begins one summer when Higa Maise, a listless first-year student, high school girl who works part-time at the front desk of her family's hotel in Okinawa, meets Suzuki Ichiro, a mysterious youth who came alone from Tokyo as a hotel guest. I wonder if this is going to be another case of like whoa, I almost said Himegoto. What the fuck? What the fuck is the name? Higehiro. I wonder if this is gonna be another case of Higehiro, where dude just decides like, yeah, I want to just march here from fucking Hokkaido and come to fucking Tokyo. Like, what? What the fuck are you talking about? I wonder if this is just gonna end up being in reverse. I don't think Okinawa is all that far from Tokyo though. Like, I could be wrong, but like Okinawa on a map is not like, yeah, let me see a map of Japan. Like Okinawa is fuck. Okay. Tokyo is here. Okinawa is... That's Okayama. I have no clue where the fuck Okinawa is. I actually don't. My fucking knowledge of Japanese geography is actually fucking awful. I actually need to improve it. Okinawa is the prefecture comprising of 150 islands in the East China Sea between Taiwan and the mainland. So it's probably, so it's western. It's, no, actually, it's, oh, holy shit, wait, what? How's Okinawa here? I didn't even know that this constituted as part of Japan. What the fuck? How the fuck does that count as part of Japan? What the fuck? Okay. Well, yeah, I guess it is confusing. How the fuck did he get to... How the fuck did he come from Tokyo? I guess he had to have flown, right? He didn't walk there like like bitch from Higehiro. How the fuck she ended up doing that? Okay, let's go back and keep reading. Anyways, since Suzuki's arrival, Deji, things have been happening around Maise. I don't know what Deji in this sense means. Deji. I've never heard of that before. Deji, digital. No, but Deji is like, oh, well, yeah, I guess maybe. Deji coming out. No, that doesn't mean anything. Yeah, I don't know. That Deji is a weird thing to say here. Have been happening around Maise. Like fish. Oh, Deji is an Okinawan word that means totally or very. Oh, okay. I didn't know this. This is actually really cool. This is Okinawa dialect thing. Okay. Deji things have been happening around Maise, like fish swimming around the room or a giant banyan tree smashing through the hotel ceiling. This actually sounds kind of interesting. It being short form makes this a little more like engageable with, or a little easier to engage with. I might actually watch this solely because I think it'd actually be good Japanese learning practice for me, because I didn't know the thing about the Deji Okinawan word thing. We can take a look at the PV. Might not be all that fucking crazy. I'm like, they actually have an episode out. Let's just watch the fucking episode since it's here. Like, we'll see what I can pick up on it via like Japanese. For you guys, let's throw on captions and see if they help. But I can listen to Japanese. They don't have captions in English, it looks like. Oh, yeah, they do.
花の高一の夏休みにやりたいこともないし、浮いた話もなし、お金もなし。
For you all, you use your auto translate.
花の高一の夏休みにやりたいこともないし、浮いた話もなし、お金もなし。
Wants to do stuff, doesn't have any money.
ちょっとおかしいんです、部屋が。見てもらえませんか？
え？
Can you come see my room?
いいや、男のこと考えてないで手動かせよ。
は？ 考えてないし消えれクソ親父。
Wasn't thinking of anything.
ねえ、あの人芸能人じゃない？
どっ
His
かで
hair.
見たことある気がする。部屋どうしましたかね。
Girls love the fucking undercut hair.
いっそね、怖え。か、虫除け持ってきましょうか。は？うわー。
Shit, this is well animated. I do like how it looks. It is visually appealing. Even if it's a fucking short.
あのさ、これって沖縄じゃ普通？
デジ。
おとぎ話のような奇跡。
Yeah, I get like this would be nice for Japanese practice for me. I understood pretty much everything that was going on there. They were just saying to go check out his room because there's something up with it. And girls were like, "Wow, look at this fucking hair. That guy's so fucking hot. I wonder where he's from." Girls like, yeah, his voice is like blah 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 blah, and then like weird shit starts happening again. So yeah, I'll actually watch that one. Generally speaking, I don't know if anybody else is going to get use out of that, but I'm going to get use out of that because I'm using it for Japanese practice. But, take it as you may. Yakunara Mug Cup Mo Niban Kama. This is the second season of Let's Make a Mug 2. Didn't see the first one, doesn't sound very interesting to be honest with you, not even a synopsis. I can't believe Yuki Yuna is back again, and it's like, goddamn, this shit has a third season. Did anybody watch the second season of Yuki Yuna? Like, I mean, currently this has a 7.15. That's pretty fucking bad. I mean, like, the Great Monkai chapter. Yuki Yuna, main story relation, is this a sequel to season 2? I mean, that's what it looks like. It's funny, because I remember when the first season was blowing the fuck up when it was first airing, bro. Like, 2014, 2015. And it was funny because I was just like, this show's not even that good. Like, I don't understand how Yuki Yuna got so fucking popular. I guess it was because the Madoka copy train was pretty popular at that time. Like, but the only show that had been kind of memorable off of like the Madoka watch hype train or whatever the fuck was really just like Witcross. Like Selector Infected, Witcross, Selector what was the other one? There's Selector Spread, Witcross. Like both of those are fire, right? Those two shows are fire, solid 7s. But like everything else is just kind of, nobody really ended up giving a fuck. I don't know. I'm just surprised that there actually is a season 3. I'm not watching it, so we can just move on. Hanyo no Yasahime ni no Shou. Second season. 86 second core is one I'll put on considering because there is a chance I actually just binge a lot of 86 just to catch up to it. 86 was interesting. I don't think what I watched was as good as people in the light novel community made it sound like it was, but it was generally speaking much more interesting than other light novels in its same area that are in like the action military sci-fi era thing. Because remember, the light novel community also hopped up fucking anti-magic high school or whatever, and a bunch of shit like that, right? But like 86 legitimately seemed interesting, and so like I might actually just try to catch up to it. And I'd if you know Hitoriya is still doing the opening or whatever, then it definitely is worth. Oh, there's an Amazarashi opening. Oh, fire! Who the fuck is Regal Lily? I feel like I've heard this name before, but I don't like. Nigga just goes, I like the image. Hey, this looks like Shishamo. What the fuck is Regal Lily? This looks like Shishamo. I don't think this is Shishamo, but I could be. Am I bugging? Bro, tell me I'm tripping. Shishamo is fire, but maybe I am bugging. I don't know. Maybe it's not them. Maybe I'm just tripping. I don't know. Office star. Bro, are you trying to tell me that's not Shishamo? Did they change their name? No, Regal Lily is their own band. On Spotify, they're their own band. It's just confusing because they look exactly like fucking Shishamo. Man, that's weird. Man, holy balls, that's weird. Okay, yeah, sure. Alright. I'll probably catch up to 86-second core. It might take me a while, but I might find a way to get it done. I do not know what the fuck I'm looking at, but this is really colorful, and so I'm very interested. Mute King, the Dancing Hero. It's an original by Tatsunoko, which is typically a good sign, because I think Gatchaman was also... Gatchaman Crowds is derivative of the original Gatchaman, but is technically an original, if I'm correct. Right? Let me verify that. I think I'm correct on that, though. Yes. Okay. Original. So, this is a good sign. Tatsunoko... I typically like Tatsunoko originals. We can check some shit. I thought that was the fucking show they were making. I was like, more gotcha, man! Fuck yeah! Where are we? Here. Okay. So, set in a city modeled after San Francisco in the 1980s, the protagonist has transformed into the hero Mute King and is fighting against evil aliens for some reason. Such a cheerful hero will return. Sci-fi hero, love comedy Mute King, the dancing hero, singing and dancing with pop music. This sounds goofy as shit, but also... Oh, it's only 12 minutes. Okay. Well, if they're only 12 minutes, we can give it a chance. Yeah. Okay, yeah. See? This is kind of like Gatchaman, where they're taking something that's really fucking old. It doesn't look very good. I'm not even gonna fucking lie. We look at it like now the world building looks kind of fire. Like the setting just looks kind of it visually does not look all that fucking appealing.
またの名前を DJ
いらっしゃいませ。ご注文は？
変わった4兄弟だけどよろしくね。
まあいいからお入んなさいよ。
あら見かけない顔ね
Welcome to Neo San Francisco!
Welcome to Neo San Francisco!
変なモンスターが現れたちょっくらまずいかもな
ミステリアスに
ハイホーハイホー胸騒ぎプラチナリズムで奇抜にあら素敵素敵魅力的
お前はもうただの一般人じゃないスター候補生
やだよやだやだこんな真っ赤で派手な格好して踊って超恥ずかしいよネオサンフランの街は本当にキラキラしてて眩しかったんだでもオクティンクが来てからはいろいろ変わっちまった例えば世界から歌が消えても大切な
今じゃ街の奴らおとなしくなっちまったしな
街はどんどん変わって一体どうすれば
大丈夫きっとうまくいくわよ自分の力を信じなさい
世界中の街に虹をかけながらなんだよあれ俺たちに何ができるっていうんだ
These are only 12-minute episodes. Wow.
こんなところでくた
That's
ばって
my
る
only
しね
concern about this.
What's your name?
I would have watched this as a 24-minute or a 24-minute show, not gonna lie.
お前になんか負けない
The music is fucking heat, my guy. I'm gonna watch that. I'm unironically very interested in this.
しかもアイスコーヒーだ
Coloring looks very similar to Gatchaman. All art direction looks very similar. I didn't hear what the joke
ア
was.
イスコーヒーだ
お待たせしました。
だろ
クリームソーダです。
I couldn't hear what the fuck he was saying. His voice was really fucking weird. But yeah, this actually looks legitimately interesting. I'll actually give that a watch. I know people are gonna look at me like, wow, your taste is really fucking trash. Oh no, never mind. It's 12 episodes, not 12 minutes. Okay, that makes me more confident. I have a little bit more confidence in this. This actually looks like a legitimate 6. Like a legitimate 6, maybe 7. Definitely a legitimate 6. Maybe like 5 to a 6 at least. That's where I would say. Gunma-chan, I don't know what the fuck that is. Digimon Ghost Game. Toy animation. In the near future, where new technologies have been developed, on social networking sites, rumors of mysterious phenomenon known as hologram ghosts are being circulated. Hiro Amanokawa, a first-year junior high school student, activates a mysterious device called the Digivice, which was left behind by his father, allowing him to see unknown creatures called Digimon that are not visible to ordinary people. From the day he meets Gamamon, a mysterious Digimon entrusted to him by his father, Hiro gets caught up in a variety of strange phenomena. The Stone Lip Man, who steals humans' time, and the Mummy Man, who wanders around at night and kidnaps people. Mummy Man, just like me. I'll be like that around orphanages. Hologram ghosts are everywhere, and they are out to get us. Thus begins the untold story of a world hidden in secrets. Hiro, along with Gamamon and their friends, enter the mysterious world where Digimon live. Okay. Sounds like Digimon. I am curious about... let's look at... here. This time I'll be...
幽霊とはちょっと違うんだって。
いわゆるホログラムゴースト。
都市伝説だよね。
巻き起こる怪奇現象の数々。その裏には想像を超えた存在が。
俺、ガンマモン。
この秋、全く新しいミステリーの世界が待っている。奴らは君のそばにいる。デジモンゴーストゲーム。
It's not even like CG. This like perspective yeah, like his shit, because of the way it's shaded, looks like CG, but it's just like this weird, I don't even know if it's a fish island's perspective. They're doing a weird thing with depth of blur on like the edges of his face, and it looks like a fish island or really odd looking.
Digimon Ghost Game.
I don't know. Maybe I could give that a shot. I'm not particularly interested, but it could end up being decently interesting, I guess. Watch Up Primage, I don't know what the fuck that is. Meiruko-chan, I will watch. Primarily because, one, I just want to see Passion do something that doesn't fucking suck after Doka, right? Like, I really enjoyed Doka, and it wasn't profitable. And I still like reading Doka when I get the chance. I'm just scrolling down to see exactly what all is here. God damn. Why is there so... oh, fuck. So much to fucking watch. Look at all of the shit coming out this season, bro. What the fuck is this? This season is massive, nigga. Jesus fucking Christ, nigga. What the fuck? How long am I gonna have to be doing this stream? Hey, what's up, Will? How you doing, man? I might just actually hop in call. Will you watch Osama Ranking? I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to that. I'm all right. That is one of the shows I'm most hyped for. Actually, I might just end up skipping to it. I might actually just skip the Osama Ranking. I'll go ahead and give my thoughts on it real quick. Meiruko-chan, I'm definitely looking forward to. Let me finish my thoughts on this first real quick, though. Meiruko-chan by Passion, I'm interested in. Number one, because the humor actually does look legitimately funny. But number two, because I just need Passion to do a show that does not fucking suck ass. Because I just need them to get back in the trend of doing shit more similar to Roka, right? Like, the closer we get to a Roka, like, movie series as opposed to like a fucking TV series, which the TV series was fire. Roka is better set for like being a movie. If you ask me, from like arcs 2 onwards, you can just make them like an hour, 1.5 hour movies. I think they're all fire. That's what I would end up doing. But yeah. Meiruko-chan looks pretty fire. I can show you a PV for it real quick. We got one in English. I thought it was in English. They say it's... oh, there's English subtitles.
見えるはずのないものが見えたとき、あなたならどうしますか？もしもおぞましい異形の化け物がこちらをじっと見て語りかけてきたとしたら、彼女が取った行動はそうしかとまるで何も見えていませんと言わんばかりの鮮やかなスルー。これはヤバい化け物たちとの遭遇をすべてシカトでしのいでいく少女の物語。花の好きなウサギもあったよ。やばい。ごまかせた。おお、なぜ私と分かった？代謝がいいのかな。すぐにお腹すくんだよね。あった。代謝。
Y'all just gonna stop there? We not just gonna stop here, bro. We just gonna stop God damn it. I wanted to touch it. Hold on. Let me see if I can do some degenerate shit here real quick. All right. This is as close I think I can get, all right? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. See that? I'm a fucking loser, nigga. Scroll down on that shit, bro.
私と分かった。代謝がいいのかな。
Horny, man.
すぐにお腹すくんだよね。ゴッドマザーの弟子になったってことよね。これは特に害はなさそうだし、今は見逃してあげる。気づいちゃったの。ミコちゃんが。
Yeah, generally speaking, directing looks pretty interesting. Character interactions look like they probably would be solid. I would predict that Meiruko is probably going to be it's a comedy, and comedies typically aren't gonna go far enough with shit. I don't think Meiruko-chan is going to go far enough to put it over a 6. But still looks interesting. We will go down to Osama ranking because somebody asked. I don't think they're here at the moment. But we'll go ahead and talk about it. Osama ranking is a Wit Studio show. It's like about this prince that is born but he can't hear. He's deaf, right? Looks really fucking interesting. Probably the most interesting looking show of the season. But yeah, let's I'll just go ahead and show you the PV. Looks, oh fuck, can't see that one. Okay, well fuck me. The official trailer, which is in English, can't see it. All right, here's the guy. All right, yes, okay. All right, we're getting YouTube. I was looking at YouTube stats. YouTube stats was saying nobody was here. That's why.
世界一立派な王様にならなきゃね。約束。
俺は影だ。お前名前は？ボッジか。
ボッチに王が務まると思うのですか？
次の王はやはり俺になるようだ。
あなたは今のままで大丈夫です。
大丈夫だから。
大丈夫よ。あなたは強い子。
何しに来たのか。ボスの息子よ。
Really beautiful.
ボッチ王子。ボッチ様。
ボッチ、頑張れ。お前ならできる。
Yeah. Generally speaking, my thoughts on Osama ranking are like it looks like it's probably gonna end up being the best show of the season. But yeah, it's a deaf prince. Guy lacks power. There's somebody who wants to be the heir to the throne. I think like this rival, this foil. I don't know. The idea of having a foil between some guy who's like trying to reach the throne, and then there's like this happy-go-lucky kid, but he's deaf. Thus can't even like interpret or hear the criticism. It's just like really interesting to me. I just wonder how the idea of being deaf plays into stuff, because again, you don't have too many. Wait, hold on. What the fuck? My camera fucking blanked out. Hold on. Alright, we're good now. We're back. Okay, my bad about that. Okay. So what I was going to say about Osama ranking, right, was that like there are not too many shows or things or movies or whatever within anime that cover the topic of like a deaf protagonist or whatever, right? Like you have like Koi no Katachi, but that's pretty much the only one that ever comes to anybody's head, right? Point with that being that I think that there's a lot of interesting opportunities for storytelling with that concept, especially in a fantasy setting, right? Like in a fantasy setting with a child of all things that is deaf, it seems like there's a lot of opportunities to tell like a really interesting coming of age story, because like he's not going to be able to interpret criticism like a normal person, and I'm curious to see how they are going to what am I trying to say, like how are they going to show like his distraught anger and various emotions when like he can't fucking speak, right? I don't know, I just think this could be very, very, very interesting, especially because if unlike Koi no Katachi, where it's like you're watching the story from a third person and the main perspective is just like there is no real main perspective, or it's the perspective of the guy main protagonist, the male, right? who is essentially like a bystander to the girl who is deaf. Like, this is different because like we're not necessarily first person in this regard, but we are still, the story is largely being told from Bolzi's perspective. I think this is going to be really interesting. Probably is going to end up being the best show of the season. From what at least from what I remember is airing this season, it probably will be the best show of the season. Yeah, I look at Osama ranking. It's baseline 7, potential 8, but baseline 7, absolutely at least a 7. Yeah, I do definitely think this will probably be the best show of the season. That's generally my thoughts on Osama ranking. I don't know who's on the staff for the show. I am a little curious about that. Michael Kara, producer, Makoto Fuchigami, and Yosuke Hata. Yosuke Hata, I think I've heard of before. Gunslinger Stratus is not a good thing to have yourself attached to, but apparently Guy has learned a lot since then. He was actually only an episode director on Gunslinger Stratus. Aside from that, he was doing storyboarding. I actually don't know how the fucking storyboard for Gunslinger Stratus was. I just know that the show was supposedly fucking awful. Yosuke Hata. Oh, that's good news. This is very good news. This is a good episode of Boogie Pop. That's Aka. We don't need to say anything about that. The one thing that Death Braid has going for it is that it's a very well directed and well storyboarded show, even though I don't fuck with everything else. C is a great show. I've not watched Hunter x Hunter. Please don't kill me for that. Momo Kyun Sword, we won't talk about. One Punch Man, as much as I don't like it, is at least decently well directed / storyboarded or whatever. I guess the storyboarding in One Punch Man really ain't all that special, but I don't know. All Doraemon is something I always wanted to get to. I mean, the guy has a good portfolio. Definitely has a good portfolio, even if none of it is necessarily doing much directing. The Boogie Pop and like Aka are a good sign that the guy knows what the fuck he's doing. It seemed like he knew what he was doing in regards to like the PV at least. So I'm not really worried about that. I mean, yeah, staff wise, even this even looks fucking solid. I wonder, do we have who's in charge of the Music Mayuko? Series composition. We've got Taka Kishimoto. 91 Days. Blue Lock. Ooh, Erased. That's an interesting one. Erased is an interesting one because I don't remember Erased's biggest issues don't come from series composition or like its script. Erased's issues come from its plot, and that's the result of them diverging from the manga, but the manga was arguably worse. And so I can't really shit on like the guy in charge of the script or the series composition when he did his job and the source material is just not something that's really nice to fuck with, right? Fugo Keiji, that's a good thing to have in your fucking resume. Oh my god.
Yes.
Animated season, nigga. It's over. It's over, nigga. Don't even try, nigga. It's over. All right. Moment you get Silver Spoon staff on shit, it's over, nigga. Dunzo. All right. Yeah, I got this as animated season now. Had you had literally just told me that we had script writers for Gino Saji on here, I probably would have been. We could have ended this discussion a long time ago. Haikyuu has a really solid script. Jesus Christ, this guy's resume is fucking nuts. Hanebado. Nagatoro's composition is actually pretty decent, believe it or not. Jujutsu Kaisen script? Is this for a movie or something? This is an O&A. Okay. I was about to say. Magi. Holy, look at this guy's fucking resume, bro. Are y'all seeing this shit? This is actually fucking wild. This guy is a fucking monster. He's the reason why 91 Days Joker game, Moriarty have a similar vibe. He can do more than mystery. Yeah, I mean, the guy is literally just a fucking... Jesus Christ, yeah, this motherfucker is a goat. What the fuck? Look at this resume, Nick. Okay. Well, If that'll make you more confident about the show, I don't know what fucking well. The scripting seemed really solid from what I saw as well, and that was one thing that stood out to me when I first watched the PV like a month or a couple of months ago. But yeah, All Summer Ranking seems really well composited. It seems really well scripted. It seems very well directed. Its world building looks really fire. The setting and the art style look fucking gorgeous. It just looks like the definition of at least a baseline 7, probably seeing how far it can get into 8 range. If All Summer Ranking ended up being something that was like a fucking classic turned into a 9 or some shit, I would be somewhat surprised, but I also wouldn't be surprised given that we have some serious composition and shit for Silver Spoon. But again, a lot of this is going to come down to what the material, like the source material for this looks like. I know it's an original, right? But I mean, like, you get what I mean, right? Oh, it's a digital manga. All Summer Ranking is a digital manga. I didn't know this. Can I go? Let me go back to the Mal page real quick. I wonder if we can find the source. The adaptation, the manga has nothing here. It's a web manga. It started publishing in 2019. I still think this is but the anime is going to be significantly better than the web manga based off of what I've seen. Typically, a web manga that looks like that probably isn't all that great, but yeah, this is definitely going to be a watch. It'll probably be the best show of the season. Let me go ahead and get through the shit that I know I'm not gonna get to. Kimetsu no Yaiba, nope, because I haven't seen it. Gyakuden Seikai no Denshi Shoujo, probably not. I'll check it in a second. Most of this mecha shit, you're not gonna see me touch. World Trigger 3, let's go ahead and just talk about it real quick. Yeah, I'm a big ass World Trigger fan. Like, what the fuck else is there to say? World Trigger, I was of the opinion, I had to remove off of my fucking Mal. So like, when this section that I have in my Mal, right? You see what the first take here is? World Trigger is a good show, 7 out of 10. Note, this hot take section was designed back in 2016, nigga. Or maybe it was 2015. I don't remember. I actually think it was 2015. No, well, if Handshakers is here, I think it's 2016. I think it was 2016, and then I was adding on to it throughout the years or whatever. Anyways, a nigga has been on World Trigger for a very, very, very long time. I was here before it looked like a Prime Madhouse production, and so I feel very proud of myself for sticking through all of the slow pacing and the nonsense at fucking points. All right, I deserve World Trigger to look like this. I deserve World Trigger to be the greatest thing fucking ever. All right, so needless to say, I'm going to very much enjoy World Trigger Season 3 Episode 1 when we've got Hyusei on the new fucking squad. It's gonna be fire, nigga. I can't wait for that shit, bro. I ain't gonna say anime of the season because Osama Ranking's coming out. I will say World Trigger's probably gonna be my favorite watch of the season, like bar none, nigga. All right, World Trigger is just always a fire watch. All right. I don't know what this Kaginato. This looks like. Yeah, this is some Light in Kyoto studio. Light in Kyoto. That sounds like a combination between Light Films and Kyoto. I heard some fucking thing recently that like Light Films was actually like a studio bought by Kyoto. Annie, are we sure about that? What is? Yeah, I never heard of this. Right? When did this become a thing? Yeah, what? I have no clue. Yeah, that's my only thing. I don't know when this became a thing. I wonder if there's something that happened out after the fire, if like KyoAni ended up being bought out or something. Past that, I don't really know what happened. Right, the 2019 arson attack, literally committing the attack. Okay. I don't really know what the fuck is going on there. Probably not, though. I'm just getting all of the shit out that I'm not going to watch. There's some Kimetsu no Yaiba thing again. No, maybe. And then what else here am I absolutely not going to watch? No, this is Card by Vanguard, so no. I don't know what the fuck this is and why I have it considering. Kyokai Senki, I can talk about this real quick. This is a mecha show. The first episode was already released. The premise is basically like Code Geass mecha or era-oriented shit, right? Where like there's the Japanese people there are like fucking degenerates or whatever, and like they're referred to as like they're not referred to as 11, but I'm just gonna describe it like it's Code Geass because a lot of the premise is very similar to Code Geass. So you got these fucking 11 that are sitting here in Japan, and they're native Japanese people, and everybody else is just kind of like these people that I guess are not natively from Japan or whatever. And again, Japanese people are treated like dirt, and there's this guy who essentially is building his own mech, builds his own robots and shit like that, and he wants to reclaim Japan, pretty much. That's the idea. So I mean, like, could potentially be interesting. I don't know. I've seen a PV or maybe like the first 12 minutes because Nino was streaming them on like on a stream one time, and I hopped in and started watching. It's okay. It seems like it could actually be pretty decent. No. You don't need any explanation for that. I feel like we all looked at that, just no. This is Pura Ore. We can talk about this real quick. This is a ice hockey anime. It's a media mix project. That's interesting to me. Specifically because of the pause and select video on the media mix. Japan and the media mix. Seems like it could be pretty interesting. The PV looks fucking crazy, in case you've not seen it. We can go ahead and take a look at the PV. How nutty it looks. Not this one. But this PV is probably more actually representative of the show, to be honest with you. So let's watch this one as well. I'm not really interested, but I figured I'd show you because, like, the PV that they showed, the media mix is fucking fire. Looks really well animated. But I'm not interested in chicks learning ice hockey. This isn't directed in a way that I would care, so I'm just probably gonna back out of this. But I'll show you what this was the first impression. This is the first trailer I saw, and this was the one that made me go, this could be fire. Because if this is directed like Hanebado, like this is making it seem like, then this would be fucking huge. But this is not directed like Hanebado is, so we're not getting that. Hanebado different, nigga. That show was fucking fire. Alright? Niggas hate that show, they call it over dramatic. Hanebado is heat. I do not know what you're talking it looks like the PV has a different tone, or this one has a different tone because it was actually more hard and stuff. The actual show unfortunate. You see the aggressiveness here, like the aggressiveness, how cool, like the sticks it was, all that shit. Like this looks way cooler than like the PV we just saw is much more video reactive. We can watch this. I just wanted to show y'all like how it was original, the first bit of advertising I saw versus how it acted. This is the first bit I saw. How it acted. I had salmon tacos last night. Shit was fire, nigga. I still got some left. Let me eat that for fucking lunch. No. But yeah, that's a no-go. I do not know what this long-ass name show is. 真の仲間のじゃないと勇者のパーティーはお出されたので辺境でストールライフすることにしました。This ain't hockey where the physicality girls need to be laying each other out. That's what the fuck I was saying. That's why like when we were just watching the one that we were just watching, I was more like, okay, this could be more like not serious. It could be more harshly directed, like a Hanebado or something like that. That's what I'm saying. Like people shit on Hanebado for being melodramatic or whatever the fuck. I'm like, Hanebado is legitimately a fascinating fucking watch. It is impossible to take your eyes off of that shit, man. Like, what are you talking about, bro? God. And it's so tonally consistent, too. It's just like, God. Whatever, man. Anywho. Now, we're not watching that ice hockey shit. This is some isekai bullshit. You aren't really one of us, unable to join the fighting on the front. The hero Red is cut and cast out of his adventuring party by the leadership. And then it was rough going there for a while. Red has no idea how much of a panic his sudden absence has caused. He has been excitedly working towards the opening of his own little herb shop not far away. Do you think I could work here too? Lodging provided, of course. Suddenly a former companion and the princess is in his home. A fun little business, a flirty home life with a tomboy princess, unsatisfied hero, wonderful new life. I'm not going to watch this, but I do want to. They said tomboy, and I want to see what the tomboy looks like. I'm kind of a fan of tomboys. I'm not gonna lie. I like girls that are a little bit older than me, and I like both my type. Older and much more feminine and tomboy.
勇者の加護を持つ少女ルーティ・ラグナソンが現れた。あなたの役割は終わった。あなたは真の仲間じゃない。
Big shield hero vibes.
俺の夢は薬屋を開いて平々凡々に暮らすことでね。
私もこの店で働いていいかな。
She has some titties, but hear that music.
ルーティにとっては重しでしかありません。
前はこうではなかったんだ。
取り返しのつかないミスだったよ。
もっと自分のために生きてほしいの。
私はあなたの力になれることが嬉しいの。
僕、加護なんていらない。
この世界は戦いに満ちている。
勇者様はどこか行きたいところはあります。私は勇者。だからお兄ちゃんを追いかけることもできない。
こうして俺のスローライフが始まったんだ。
I don't know, it's like, on one hand, it kind of interests me solely because you don't see too many isekai that are, well, I guess this isn't really an isekai, right? But in some ways, we're making the assumption that the guy got transported here, I guess, right? Or maybe it really is just a fantasy or whatever, but you typically don't see the aftermath of those adventures, right? Of like something like an isekai or whatever, a guy gets transported and ends up doing his job. That typically is where it ends, so to start there I think is kind of interesting. However, I'm not sure I saw anything that is particularly any different from a slice of life, except for maybe like the commentary about how awful violence and war is, and it's like, ooh, what are you gonna do about that? What are you gonna do about that everybody else hasn't already done with like Devil May Cry Baby and all this other shit, right? Like, it could be potentially interesting. I also am not really a fan of romances that are just flirty, because while I love flirting in real life, I don't like watching people flirt because it typically goes nowhere, right? And like, unlike real life where my pants are getting soaked in pre-cum and shit, right? And like the bitch is at least rolling her fucking fingers through my hair. This ain't got that. Like, I'm gonna be watching this. I'm gonna be watching Shin no nakama janai to yusha no party o oidasareta node henkyou de slow life suru koto ni shimashita. And I ain't gonna have no bitches running their fingers through my hair, nigga. So this seems like it's probably not gonna be a watch. But I guess maybe I'll check out an episode or something, see if I'm a fan of the directing, how mellow it seems. Muv-Love, no. Not more Muv-Love, I'm not interested. Bang, Dream, no. Seikai Saiko no ansatsu sha isekai kizoku ni tensei suru. When a great assassin is reborn in another world, he finds himself the heir to a long line of killers from the shadows. With both his modern-day knowledge and experience of special magic and techniques of this new world, he could very well become the most unstoppable assassin in history. Probably will. Wow, the art direction looks much better than this would imply. I guess I probably should have known that, given it's a Silverlink show. Let me see what this looks like. This is the main PV. It's trailer 2. Masafumi Tamada. I don't know who that is. Katsuhiko Takayama.
よくやったエスリー。ルーグと名付けよう。
この子もトゥアハーデにしてしまうの？
この国にはトゥアハーデが必要だ。
俺はアルバン王国の暗殺貴族トゥアハーデ男爵家に転生した。なぜだ？
私は組織を信頼し命令に従ってきた。
あなたは世界最高の暗殺者でありながら間抜けにも自分が暗殺されたのです。
それで依頼の件だが誰を殺してほしいのか。
勇者を暗殺してください。
ターゲット確認。暗殺貴族トゥアハードの信念に基づき排除する。殺すか殺さないか自分で決める。完璧にやってみせます。俺はルーグ・トゥアハーデだ。
Music's fire. I'm not gonna lie, this just looks like a traditional Silverlink show. Like, that's funny as shit to say because Silverlink actually does a decent amount of shit, but a lot of Silverlink's like action all looks the fucking same, and like it doesn't all work from the same premise, but it eventually ends up at the same fucking result, which is like a action show that it probably has a little more depth than like its surface level alludes to, or like its marketing alludes to, but probably isn't interesting enough unless like you're thoroughly into the fact that Silverlink is just making shows for you to actually go through and finish, right? Like, so in other words, like there's nothing inherently there's nothing to the show that made me go like, yes, this will be like a very good show, or this will be a very solid show. But I look at it and I'm like, okay, it probably is a 5, maybe something there that makes it like a 6, but I'm not interested enough to even get into it to be you know, like I'm not interested enough to get into it. Therefore, I'm not interested enough to sit there for 24 episodes and wait for it to actually see if it's just consume it, in other words, instead of enjoy it. So probably not, but not terrible. Maybe I'll check out an episode or 2, see how it is. Visual Prison. I've heard of this. This is an A1 show. Music brings people together, it connects people, it transcends barriers, conveying emotions. Perhaps, actually, guys, fuck this. Let's get to the thing y'all all want to fucking hear about. All right. Where is this motherfucker? So I can just go ahead and get this out of the way. Bro, where the fuck is this show? Here it is. All right. Let's get to the shit because everybody wants to fucking hear about it. All right. Tact OP. Oh fuck, my phone shut up. Fuck. God damn it. I hope my camera stays on. All right, my phone fucking died. I'm charging my shit though. Okay. Tact OP, right? This is gonna be the greatest looking 6 out of 10 of the modern era, nigga. All right. Let me throw that out. All right. Now, I do not think it will be better than a 6. I do think there's a potential of a 7 here. But I don't see enough here to make me think anything higher than a 7. So summary for y'all that don't know, the world has completely changed when it was struck by a black meteorite which produces grotesque monsters called D2 that have overrun the land and its people. D2 very quickly banned all music, which is an absurd fucking premise to start with. How fuck do you ban all music? Whatever. Which was one of the which was the one thing able to overcome them. But they are people who resist the D2. There are young women. There are people that resist the D2. They are young women who hold the power of the music art. With the guidance of a conductor, these young women use the greatest music scores in human history to defeat monsters. The anime takes place in America in the year 2047, which has fallen to ruin thanks to the D2 tact a conductor. Is partnered with a music art named Destiny. Tact yearns for the music to be returned to the world, and Destiny wishes to destroy the D2. Their aim is to travel to New York. So, I mean, obviously, premise sounds fucking ridiculous, right? Like, it clearly, it is unique enough for the 7 requirement, but it also is so fucking dumb, I wonder if 7 is actually even in the fucking cards for it. It's a media mix project. But I mean, I think everybody has seen the PV for this. If you've not seen the PV, we'll watch. It's one of the best looking PVs you're ever gonna fucking see. All right, I'm just being honest. You would have thought that this was a fucking ufotable or a show or like an A1 movie based on how it's animated. And this is just Mappa Madhouse. I say just, like that ain't like a big thing. Modern day Madhouse ain't really busting like this. I mean, the action on this one.
Destiny.
Yeah, I mean, the action here looks fucking crazy. There's another PV that's a little more indicative of what the show actually is like. It's not this, but damn, that animation, fucking crazy. Yeah, okay, here we go. Oh yeah, here's the other thing. Here's the reason why we're watching this, right? Mafu, do y'all see the shit I'm seeing right here, bro? Ryo from Supercell and Mafu and Gak. Nigga, that ain't that the greatest dynamic duo you don't ever heard? Ryo and Mafu? You know how long it took for us to get Mafu on an opening for something that was legitimately good? Mafu's done openings for shit before. I think he's done an ED for something before. We've not gotten Mafu on something that actually looks legitimately decent. Honestly, if they were, let me say this. If the show was about them destroying a monster with just using like Utaite compositions, this would be a solid fucking 8 out of 10. But I just, you know, probably not gonna be that. Like if it was just blasting Eve music, I probably would just give it an 11 and I wouldn't even have to watch, you know what I'm saying? But it ain't. But yeah. Mafu, Ryo, it's wow.
また音楽が戻ってくる時を。
ムジカート、こっちの人はコンダクター。不思議な石の力を持っててね、音楽で戦うのよ。
ちょっとは手を貸すぐらいしたらどうなんだ。このポンコツムジカート。彼女は道の後どれだけあるドバイ。
タクト、あんたまたなんかやらかしたの？
こいつが
マエストロだ。シャープ。私たちの目的は何？
音楽。
すべての D2 の殲滅です。違うから全然違うから。
ムジカートになったものは以前の人格とは全く別の存在なの。
コゼットはムジカートになってもういない。いつまで寝ている？連れて行こう。D2 は人の作る音を嫌う。極上の音楽であればあるほどこらえきれず。さあ、演奏会の始まりだ。
その大きな黒夜隕鉄の力でしょうか。ならばその石ごと砕くまでです。
音を解き放て！
タクトーパスデスティニー。
I get the same energy out of this show that I got out of Recreators when it first happened. Like, I feel like whatever score I would have hypothetically have given Recreators had I finished it is whatever I would give to this show. And I think Recreators, I was on track for 6-7, but more solidly 7, but like a 7 flat. I think this could probably end up being like a 7 flat. I do not think it's going to be the best show of the season. I think Osama is probably handily going to be the best show of the season. This looks like it'll be definitely a good watch. I said best looking 6 ever. The more I watch that second PV, the more I'm like, I'm more confident in this show narratively speaking, because it looks like its scripting seems really solid. Scripting and really nice animation, you can get yourself to a 7. And the concept is unique enough, even if it is really fucking stupid, to fucking work. The fact that Mafu and Ryo are on something makes me very, very, very excited. And Gak, I won't forget Gak, but yeah, it's... Sheesh. Komi-san looks pretty interesting, looks pretty fun. It's just like a typical rom-com. But the girl is really shy, but she is really cute. We'll just skip around and you guys can see this stuff. I don't feel like this is all that interesting, but...
僕はそんなコミさんの 友達になった。
只野くんは高校生活の目標を古見さんの友達100人作りに決めた。
なんなの？ねえ、なんなのこれ？
古見さんは友達100人作りたいんだって。
は？何なんと？なんで数個なることに名前呼んでんの？呼ぶにしたって古見様だろうがダメよ。古見様の隣の席だからって調子くれてんじゃないわよ。
私なんかじゃ古見さんの友達なんて恐れ多くてですね。
大丈夫ですよ。チャンスはまだあります。
やけに古見さんの肩を持つじゃないか。好きなのかい？
僕なんかじゃ釣り合わないよ、古見さんは。
次の友人候補はこの中から選ぼう。
素敵。もしもし、古見さん。友達になってくださいって言ってみましょうか。これが言えたら友達100人なんかすぐですよ。古見さんはコミュ障です。
なりましょうか。Looks solid. Might give it a chance. I'll probably give it an episode or two. When I put things in green, typically what that means is that like I'll be following it like regularly. There's a high chance that I probably finish that thing. f.k.a, I'm not sure. Blue Period, I'll probably finish. Isekai, probably not. Deji Meets a Girl, I probably will finish because it's a short and it's Japanese learning. Mute King looks really interesting. Mieruko, I probably won't finish, but I'll give chances to. Digimon probably won't finish. Sankaku Mado no Sotagawa wa Yoru, I actually saw the PV for recently. Looks pretty solid. Again, I'm not really a fan of all the all the niggas kissing and shit, but I mean aside from that,
僕の目には妙にはっきり見えてしまうものがある。
三角くん？
帝です。
君みたいな人物に偶然出会えるとは、これは運命の出会いですよ。君という存在の確信、触ってほしい。
3人立て続けに行方不明になってしばらくしてバラバラにされた体の一部が見つかった。
But when I thought corner, I was thinking like street corner. I was like, yeah, Mikado. I guess that does make sense. There literally is 3 corners, huh? Which would make a triangle. Look at me acting like I know Japanese and then like not knowing Japanese. I'm fucking stupid, bro.
日浦エリカに騙された。
同じだ。あんたに会った時と。
呪われてました、お嬢さん。
感情も運命も一切の愛情さえも
受かった。気持ちいいはず。私はすごくいい。ねえ、知ってる？霊現象が起きた時にはエロいことを考えるといいらしいよ。
噛んだり舐めたりする必要性は。
お前さ、あいつと縁切った方がいいぜ。
これは私のものなので手を出さないでくださいね。
嫉妬深い彼氏。
汚して片付ける。
汚すってのは呪うって意味か。あんた本当はどんな人間なんだよ。
All of the yaoi portions are going to be the thing that turns me off of it, because I don't really want to see forced romance like that, even if it's not yaoi, even if it's straight. But it being yaoi and me being heterosexual, it's not making it any easier to watch. However, I mean, like, Zero G just does gay stuff, but they're pretty good at it. Like, Battery, even though it's just an allegory for like guys that are playing baseball and discovering their sexuality and whatnot, it is one of the best shows of its fucking year. It's still a great fucking sports anime, even if it's not entirely laced in the sport. It just like ping pong is not laced in the sport, and people call it a great sports show. You know, this looks interesting, so I'll give it a shot. We'll see how far I get into it. Tesla, we're almost done. I'm probably not gonna go through everything here. I'll just tell you, Platinum In is not gonna be good, but I might consider watching it anyways, just because I want to see how much of a train wreck it is. I'm not watching something called Weekend Harem. Visual Prison. Some A1 thing about music, and I've heard of this. I don't know if it's gonna be good, though. I like the piano here. Hour of music. Music.
Even change vampires.
俺たちと戦う資格をもう宴は始まっていますバズらせるまでは神から愛されごく稀に生まれるという伝説の存在音楽はやっぱりハーモニーだよその力を集めればヴァンパイアの世界を変えられるアンジュお前は歌わないのか歌いたいキルティークの純潔なるいたしなしでキルティークの血で血を
This is the first opening I'm not fucking with today. Not fucking with that vocal performance, my guy. Doing a little too much. I don't know if that's what that nigga's voice naturally sounds like. I'm not fucking with that though. Not caring for that. Taisho Otome Otokibanashi. Set in the Taisho era, Tamahiko, a young man disappointed by his parents after losing the use of his right hand in an accident, is forced to move out of his home under the guise of rehabilitation. Resentful of everything in life, he becomes withdrawn and pessimistic when one day a woman named Yuzuki knocks on his door. She claims to have been sent there by his father to be a bride. It's a love story in Japan 100 years ago. I might pick up on that solely because I think there might be some interesting things I can pick up about Japan's history in the Taisho era, but I'm not watching that specifically because of it seeming like an interesting show. I think I could pick up on some of the stuff from the world building. People have been talking about Sayate no Paladin. I'm going to assume this is not good. Light novel, adventure, fantasy, but I mean, like, we can see in a ruined city from the dead far from human civilization lives a single human child named Will. Hey, what? This you, nigga? This is you, nigga? And where this nigga at, bro? This you? That's you, dog? That's crazy, bro. I thought you was just over here starving on the streets of Cleveland. You know, or you was getting bitches in Atlanta. Turns out you just living under bridges and dead, ruined civilizations and shit. That's crazy. I didn't know you was rocking like that. I told y'all though. This is what Cleveland looks like. Y'all just got dead fucking human civilizations and orphan niggas being warriors and shit in the middle of Cleveland. That's all there is. And goblins. There are goblins, obviously. There's always goblins. They live under bridges and shit. Or I guess those are trolls. I don't know. Mom's a troll. Raised by 3 undead, blood heroic skeleton warrior, Mary the ladylike, mummy priestess, and Gus the crotchery, or the crotchetti ghost wizard. I don't crotchet. I've never heard of that word. The 3 of them teach the boy what they know and pour their love into him. One day, the boy begins to wonder, who am I? Will uncovers the mysteries of the undead hidden in this faraway land called Cleveland, Ohio. He learns of the love and mercy of good gods, as well as paranoia, madness of the evil of gods. Once he learns it all, the boy embarks on a path to become a paladin. Whatever the fuck becoming a paladin means. Let's watch the second video.
どうしてこの景色を忘れていたんだろう。最初は地獄に落ちたのかと思った。でも違った。罰なんかじゃない。これはきっと恩寵だ。今度こそ僕は生きるんだ。こ
のクや人たちくらい当てられるかもな。俺らとお前は違うって。
このパンっていつ焼いてるの？秘密です。
ゴス。
エクスペールギースキー。
ガス。
別れは済んだか英雄。
何もできない。どうか僕にみんなを守らせてください。
Okay, I'll take my L on that one. That looks decent. That actually looks better than that looks better than. Well, no, they said that it is a boy. Why is the voice actor obvious? The voice actor is clearly a fucking female. I'll give it a shot. That looks better than I give it credit for. Build divide black cold black. The reason I read this as black is because if you know anything about CSS, this is hexadecimal for black as a color, and CSS it's just no color for any of your different visual channels. That's pretty much it. Faraway Paladin's first volume kind of slaps. It falls off a cliff after that, though. Okay, well that's unfortunate. So that actually makes a lot of sense because PVs are typically the first like 3 to 4 episodes, and I wouldn't be surprised if what you said is just true because what I just saw actually looks pretty decent. Yeah, I'll give it a shot. If it fucking sucks, we'll just stop watching it. But it looks like it's at least worth the watch to start. I will not watch Lupin Part 6 because I just never watched really Lupin. I watched was it 5 or 4 a couple of years back? Maybe it was the 3rd. I don't remember. Lupin comes out a lot, but I probably won't watch. Maybe I'll catch a couple of episodes or whatever. I am curious to see what it looks like animation-wise. It looks the same as it did last time. Okay, it still looks fucking amazing. All right. Well, not watching, but still looks amazing. Animation-wise, probably gonna end up being like a typical Lupin show. Build Divide Black Code Black is fantasy. It's based off of a game. I can see the path to victory. This time I will defeat him, so bring it on. Accepted. Bloom. Soul Wager. Bloom. Soul Wager. It really is Soul Wager. That's weird. I would have expected like Rager. Bloom. Soul Wager. In a city where the king reigns supreme, your strength and build divide determines everything. Neo Kyoto. Rumors circulating in Shin Kyoto. Anyone able to defeat the king and build divide shall be granted whatever their heart desires. So it's some battle royale type shit. The city of Shin Kyoto is the stage for a build divide game. Watch as the battle unfolds for Teruto and his friends. That looked like a card game.
人には誰だって叶えたい願いがある。
Double black guards typically not.
ここは新京都。
このカードが何なのかはよく知らない。気がついたら手元にあった。
これはビルディバイド。王によって治められているこの町で生きるために必要なもの。その願いを叶えるためなら過酷な戦いに身を投じることも厭わないはずだ。
来い。ただひたすらここまで。
ビルディバイドの真の世界を見せてあげる。防護核兵器展開。40枚1組のデッキと1枚のテリトリーカード41枚を使って戦うの。
お前には倒すべきものがいるだろう。そうだ、俺は倒さないと。オーバー。アクセプト。魂をかける者ブルーム。待たせたなブルーム。魂をかける者オーバー。アクセプト。魂を。
I know y'all saw them thighs, nigga. God damn. Shit.
をかける者ブルーム。待たせたなブルーム。始めるぞ。これが俺の進む道。
Fucking hood, nigga. Hey, that was cold. I'm not even gonna lie. The character acting on that was.
これが俺の進む道。
Go back, go back.
ないと。ブルーム。待たせたなブルーム。始めるぞ。これが俺の進む道。
It's really cool to look at.
見つけた。星をつかむ人。
I'll be honest. This seems like it's similar to Whitcross and like plot and scheme or whatever. Whitcross is a little more interesting though in regards to direction because number one, it's a better directed show than this just based off of PV alone. And number two, it's like one of the things that's nice about Whitcross is that you have it so that like it's all girls and it's not necessarily that matters, but there's like it's clear that all of these women are in it for something. They seem like Whitcross is in and of itself more mundane. It's more grounded than something like this seems. Like this is really futuristic. Shin Kyoto literally means means new Kyoto. And so like I'm a little skeptical about how consistently well directed and written it's going to be, as opposed to something like Rick Whitcross, which is just really grounded, and then uses its card game and the stakes of its card game and the mystery around its card game to build tension and a thriller and whatnot. So I'll look into it. There's a lot of shows this season that I have as yellow. I have literally damn near half the list is yellow. But again, we're only gonna finish shit that's in green. We're almost done. I'm really fucking hungry, so I hope this kind of ends soon. I'm not watching Mushoku Tensei because I'm not there. Arrival animation with Tsuki to Laika to Nosferatu. I said that in a really weird way. Tsuki no Laika no Nosferatu. I don't feel like reading all that. It doesn't look all that interesting. Tesla Note I've seen a little bit of. I've seen the TV for Tesla Note.
世界を救う時が来たんだよ。そのテスラのかけらの回収が目的だ。導きました。ちゃっちゃと片付けてこいよ、相棒。
そんなこと分かってますってば。テスラノート2021年10月放送開始。
Y'all probably gonna think like I shouldn't be watching something like that, but I've seen enough of shit like Ajin for me to just be like, I at least want to give it a shot. I'll be honest, I kind of want to be done. I'm not really interested. The only other thing that's standing out on my on this list to me is this Deep Insanity the Lost Child thing. This sounds kind of fire. Madness and Unawaking Sleep Randolph Syndrome. This new illness is slowly but steadily approaching humanity, caused by the huge underground world asylum that appeared in Antarctica. There are strange creatures different from the Earth and unknown resources. People bet their lives on the depths of the mysterious new world to get huge wealth, organizational plots, or their own ambitions. And here alone, a young man with a wish in his heart is trying to challenge the front line of the asylum. It just looks interesting as fuck. I've seen this teaser before. It was really atmospheric. I want to see the second one. It's probably more indicative of what the show is actually like. This is based off of Square Enix thing, so we'll see.
見つけました。先日の調査で行方不明になったスリーパーと思われます。確認を。
狂気と冷めない眠り、ランドルフ症候群。この新たな病魔がゆっくりと、しかし着実に人類に迫りつつあった。南極に出現した巨大地下世界。そこに存在するのは地上とは違う異形の生物たち。多くの人々はまだこの謎に包まれた新たなる世界を知らない。近い将来地球にもたらす脅威も、アサイラムという名も。
It always ends up being like this, where like you have like cover art and shit that seems like it could be legitimately engaging, and then like it just flips tones into not being able to handle how serious it is. It just has to ground itself in the basis that it's fucking anime and like has to subside to some culture. Why the fuck is this coming out on my birthday? This is the worst birthday gift ever. 2 years ago, I got Days on the Air on my fucking birthday. And now I'm just getting some other shit. So we've got, who have we got here? We've got, what the fuck? Go back. I was reading that. Something. Oh, that's Suzuki Konomi. Oh. Yeah, I mean, that's who the voice was. Who the fuck is doing the ending? Who is that? Something Kashi Taifu? I have no clue the fuck that ending is. Hatsubai. You can buy it on the 26th. You can buy Suzuki Konomi shit on the 5th of November. Okay. That one's really disappointing. Here's why this is disappointing. Come look at this original PV, bro. Obviously it's a game, but like this original PV is way more fucking promising. atmosphere. The shot selection isn't like the greatest, but it's showing you like depth of the fucking void of like all the snow and whatever. Sound design is fucking fantastic, right? Does look like a Silverlink show in that like they're using a lot of faded shit and gloom in really odd areas, but do you see how much more promising this looks? God, I just fucking hate when shows devolve into just being like, I don't know. This seems like it could have been way more fucking interesting than that PV that we just watched led on to be, but unfortunately the PV that we just watched is way more indicative of what the show is actually going to be, and it seems like it's going to be one of those shows that would have functioned much better as just like a standalone game than it is going to translate to an anime, unfortunately. It's a media mix project. It's clearly based largely off of a game, or the game is going to be the thing that probably pops more off on that. So I guess overall we only got one thing left. It's Shiki Kazuda, but I don't really feel like talking about that, to be honest with you. Some studio called Sublimation, Kairi Miwa, normal high schooler. We can just watch this. Yeah. I mean, like this doesn't look up my alley. I'll just be entirely fucking honest with you, but we can.
大変です。お姉ちゃんが来ます。一言で言うと上司なんです。姉は組を預かっていますから。
俺たちは。
May N. Did y'all see that? Are y'all hearing this? When is the last time? Oh wait, hold on. Y'all not gonna be able to see it in the bottom right. When is the last time you've seen May N on anything anime related, bro? When's the last time you've seen May N's name? Period. I haven't seen May N literally since Excel World. Actually, no, not Excel World. Taboo Tattoo. I was trying to think of this song. Just face to believe saga wa demo kazasu. Say no more tears and walk again. That song.
黒組と呼んでいる。
明神紅尾だ。こいつが犬塚一茶。そっちが木島右近だ。白夜の力を借りたい。
茨という不確定要素は排除せねばならん。
私たちは話に出てくるような正義の味方にはなれないんです。
鬼と助け合う。
俺はヒーローになる。茨の力が必要なんだ。
お前は何も知らないんだな。
茨は鬼。写し世にいてはならぬものだ。隔離世に返せぬ鬼は封印する。永遠にな。俺
は救いたい茨を。
そんなこと頼んでねえだろ。
頼まれなくても救うんだ。茨も誰でも。
8年前だよ。たった一人の生き残りだろ。
ごめんなさい。あなたから全てを奪ったのは。
こいつが俺たちの本気。
ぶち抜こうぜ。
救って暴れるヒーローだ。
Doesn't look bad. I just don't know if I'd give enough of a fuck to watch. I'm curious because the CG looks really fucking nice, but I didn't see anything else that would actually interest me there. And from what I heard, it didn't seem all that interesting. It's a drama, action, sci-fi. They're defending humanity from otherworldly threats. Destiny's hard fought. Things are sometimes deadly. Don't really care, I'll be honest with you. But maybe I'd consider watching an episode. These are the shows that I'm generally considering watching, though. I'm gonna put any show that is like that I'm gonna watch, but only for Japanese practice, in blue. So those two shows I'm gonna watch, but it's solely for Japanese. That one. Those are all Japanese practice, so that's not really me watching anime. In regards to shit that I actually would consider, I can't put this here, even though I'd be interested in Isekai Shokudo, but I'm not caught up. F.k.a. Monogatari, when it starts airing, or when it continues airing, but it seems like they're really just going to be airing the whole fucking thing, because this is supposed to, they don't know how many minutes or how many episodes it's going to be. It's 23 minutes, and they're already about to air episode 4 in like 2 days. So maybe it really is just Funimation is just airing the whole thing early, and then it's just going to air its block in the winter, which is a really odd thing to do. But F.k.a. Monogatari I'll probably watch. I'm assuming it's going to keep finishing, so I'm just going to watch it. Blue Period, well, I'll put it on considering because it could be really slow and not go anywhere. Blue Period I'll finish because of reputation. 86 I want to catch up to. Mute King looks legitimately interesting. Digimon looks like it could potentially be interesting. I'll give it an episode. Meiruko-chan, it looks like it's going to be really fun. But I just don't know if I could see myself sitting through a 12-episode comedy like that because I just don't sit through 12-episode comedies anymore because I don't watch anime a lot of the time just to fucking laugh. I watch to get something out of it, and I don't think I get anything out of that show. Sankaku Mado no Sotagawa wa Yoru is really gay, but looks pretty good as well. So I hope I can just get past all of the dick flopping and whatnot. Tesla Note. I don't know how I feel about Tesla Note, but the first episode's out and I'll probably check it out. I didn't check Ski to Laika to Nosferatu, and I also am not interested. Kyuketsuki Sugu Shinu. I don't know why I have this marked, but I must have had it marked for a reason, but it's a comedy shonen, so probably not. Kyokai Senki, the Code Geass type mecha beat, would give a shot. Tactopy, the greatest looking 6 out of 10 of all time, I'm gonna give it a shot. Shin no nakama janai to yusha no party wa oidasareta no de henkyou de slow life suru koto ni shimashita. We'll give a shot. I also just like pronouncing that name because it makes me feel like I'm really fluent in Japanese, because a couple of years ago when Classroom of the Elite came out, it was like Yokoso to what the fuck is it, like kyojitsu no soto iku something whatever, right? Like I couldn't read the fucking title for that, but now I can at least read it even if I don't fucking remember what it is. What is it? Yokoso no kyo something no jitsu ryoku something like that. I don't know. Seikai Saiko no Ansatsu Shai Seikai Kizoku Tensei Suru. Yes, this show about the fucking guy who's reborn as an assassin doesn't look particularly good, but could be potentially interesting. Komi-san looks like it'll just be funny. But I have it as yellow because I probably won't get through it. Yellow means I'm gonna start it, but I probably won't get through it because I don't know if it's going to be interesting enough. I don't know if I'm going to be engaged enough. Kyokai Senki, to that degree, might actually end up being like a green, but if it doesn't actually get interesting past its like mecha shit, I probably won't give much of a fuck. Japanese practice. Saihate no Paladin apparently starts off well, goes to shit, but we'll try it anyways. Build Divide Code Black is like the Wick Cross element type shit, but the character designs I don't think are nearly as good, and it is not nearly as mundane, so it probably is not going to be as solid, but is at least worth a shot. Lupin we're not watching because there's too much fucking Lupin. Senpai ga urusai kohai no ana, I don't really care. World Trigger Season 3 is always based. Gyakuten Sekai no Denshi Shoujo doesn't sound interesting. It's also a mecha sci-fi, not my type of thing. Deep Insanity is really disappointing. Osama Ranking is going to be the best show of the season. 180 Byo de Kimi no Mimi no Shiawase ni Dekiru ka. ASMR in 180 seconds. This the one right here. This the one right here. I don't give a fuck about this Blade Runner Black Lotus shit. Alright, guys. I'm hungry. I'm gonna go get something to eat. Thanks for watching. So quick announcement. I do want to try to do like these streams pretty much like every Sunday if I can. I want to do them like every weekend, so like every Saturday, every Sunday. I kind of want to do them on the weekdays too, like just once. But I probably won't be able to because I just end up having too much homework on weekdays and shit. But weekends seem like they could be doable. Weekend mornings are really nice for me, so I could do I'm probably gonna end up doing these around like 9 or 10 every Saturday, every Sunday. Sundays are easier because my roommate is typically in Indy, so he's not here, so it's easier to do like this setup shit. If he's at work, that also makes it easier on Saturdays and shit like that, but he typically is here for like Saturday morning, so I might end up doing maybe like Saturday night, Sunday morning, something like that. We'll see. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. I don't know what we're going to be talking about next time. Hopefully Shapes puts up his anime digest sometime soon, so we can go look at that. That would be really nice. I'd be curious to see what other things we were missing. If he doesn't, maybe we'll just go scouring AnyTube looking for shit. I also kind of do to some extent want to talk about Blade of the Immortal, but I don't know if I want to do a stream on Blade of the Immortal. It's kind of a hard thing to do because I'm not done with the fucking show, but I don't know. Thanks for coming this morning. Getting shit set up was a little hazardous, so if you waited, I appreciate it. So I'll see you guys later. Deuce. Timestamps are going to be a bitch to get for this video because we talked about a lot of shows. I'll probably just highlight the shows people actually care about and not highlight shows that niggas didn't care about. So you'll get timestamps for like Tact and whatever the fucking you'll see. All right. Deuce. All right, guess because I always go in the opposite direction when I do videos, but I do this when I meet people in real life. So deuce.